Happy New Year! It is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and I decided, since it's 2021, it could be useful for me to just do a kind of rundown list of games that I think I'm likely to play for YouTube and Twitch over the next couple of months. And yeah, so I just put together some notes and I'm going to go through them. And in the background, you'll see some Spelunky gameplay where I've just been practicing. But yeah, I'm going to go through things in order of what I'm guessing is decreasing order of likelihood that I might play in 2021. And so the most likely thing is what you see on the screen right now, which is Spelunky 2. I want to continue doing what I'm doing, which is more blind discovery of that game on YouTube. And eventually I'll discover as much as I can or decide that I want to just start, learning about bits of the game that I haven't been able to uncover on my own. And I can imagine possibly switching to doing some Twitch streaming of daily runs and maybe putting some highlights out to YouTube, but I think that's still a while down the road because I think there's still a bit more that I can discover in this game. So Spelunky 2 will continue as it's going. Minecraft, the Nova Arcana map by Render that I've been playing. I will definitely be planning to finish that map up, and then once I finish the map, just as I've done with some of Render's previous maps, I'm going to invite him to come on and do a developer commentary, and yeah, that'll be fun, and that tends to usually last a while. There's a lot of things we've talked a little bit off camera, like I've made a bunch of notes as I've been going through the map, and so there's a lot of interesting things to talk about on that map once the map is done, I think. And that's going to continue to be streamed live on Twitch and then edited into highlights that go out to YouTube. In terms of other quote-unquote in-progress stuff, I had a Terraria Summoner run that I was doing on Twitch that I might finish. A lot has changed with the Terraria Summoner progression since I started, so I could imagine possibly also just restarting that, or I might just abandon it at all altogether and maybe do something else in Terraria at some point. We'll see. Not currently at the highest priority list in terms of the things that I'm interested in doing, but I don't know, Terraria is a game that I really enjoy, and so I can definitely imagine that I'll be coming back to it again in some form or another this year. Stardew Valley. There is some new content that's recently come out in that game, and that would be fun to replay. I did a stream Twitch of that game, was it like a year ago? I don't remember when I first played it, when it was all new to me. I got most of the way through the content. There was a few things toward the end that I didn't get to. But that game is fun. I've been seeing some people on Twitch who play it, who've been replaying it now that there's some new content added, and I can definitely imagine wanting to replay that game. I'm also thinking in the next few months I might try streaming on a more frequent, regular schedule, and that would be good content to kind of try out. Doing more regular streaming. Stardew works really well for that, I think. In terms of other YouTube content, Offspring Fling is, I guess you'd call it a puzzle platformer, or I might call it like a precision optimization platformer. It's a cute game that I've seen Alex Diener play, and it looks like it would be fun to me, and I think it would make a good YouTube series. Royal Cosmonautical Society and Remnants of Nazith are some other games I've seen other people play that are in kind of the same genre. But those games look harder. Like, I'm not sure that I would be as successful at those games, or just kind of less fun. But I think Offspring Fling would make a good YouTube series. So I think I'm going to purchase and play that game at some point. I watched Alex Diener play that like a couple years ago, I think, and just recently was reminded of it, and it seems like it would be my jam. The Legend of Zelda Randomizer is a game that I've streamed a little bit of before, unlike Dragon Warrior Randomizer, which I played a lot for like a year. 2018, 2019, for those of you who watch me on Twitch, like I think I discovered that I played like around 400 games of it or something over the course of a year. which is like once a day. And I got very good at it. I got third place in the summer 2019 tournament. But Legend of Zelda Randomizer, this would be just for fun. The skill ceiling is much, much, much higher, and yeah, I'm not going there to play super competitively. Although I do have some friends who would be kind of like on similar skill level to me or whatever, who it could be fun to race against. But that's just for fun and nostalgia. The Legend of Zelda was not necessarily one of the first games I had as a kid, because I had a Nintendo growing up as a kid. But Legend of Zelda came out like a couple years after the Nintendo came out, if I'm remembering correctly. But it was definitely one of the games that I sunk the most hours into, because it's one of the first games I feel like that really still holds up today. Like, if the Legend of Zelda came out today as like, I don't know, an indie game or something, it would be popular. And the randomizer just makes it more fun and replayable. Forager? Question mark. I own this game. I played through a lot of it on my own at some point. It's kind of a good game to veg out, but I'm not sure that it makes good content for YouTube or for Twitch. I don't know. I'm interested in people's opinions on that for those who are familiar with the game. It's definitely something I could play through, but I'm not sure how watchable it is. Something that I do think is watchable would be more DemonCrawl. People on YouTube seem to enjoy that game. I'm kind of so-so on it. It had kind of interesting puzzles. I kind of remember it being a little bit too gadgety. I don't know, my memory is always fuzzy. And I haven't looked back at any of my own videos. And I know there's more content now, too. Which, I don't know, I probably have mixed emotions about that. Because, yeah, it seems to have, like, a lot of little kind of, like, one-off gadget kind of stuff in it, which I'm not super fond of, but it had some core gameplay that was pretty interesting and some interesting twists, so I don't know. I might come back to that. A Hollow Knight replay? I've already played that game multiple times. I become reminded of it or re-interested in it as a result of playing Nova Arcana, because the Minecraft map I'm playing is something that was inspired by Hollow Knight. It'll be interesting to hear Render talk about that more in the developer commentary that'll be coming up. But yeah, I played through Hollow Knight a few times already, and so there wouldn't be anything new. It's just kind of a fun game, and so I've been watching some of it again, and I was like, that could be fun to play. That's kind of the list of current games I have. There's also future games. Baba Is You. Hempuli is working on an update with the level editor, and people are already making level packs. And that was a fun puzzle game, and so I'm sure whenever that gets released, like as an actual thing, that I will probably revisit Baba Is You and some level packs in that game. But I don't know what the timeline is for that. Similarly, Rogue Legacy 2 is a game that I will want to play when it is done. It's out in early access right now, and the early access that's out right now seems like it's like a quarter of a game or something, so I have no idea when it's going to be actually done. I think I'll enjoy that game, but I remember the first game kind of had rough edges, and so I don't have a whole lot of faith in the developers to put it all together in a reasonable amount of time. I'm not sure what to expect. Yeah, and then I have a number of other games either on my Steam wish list or games that I actually own. None of them are too likely right now. There's a long list. And yeah, if at some point I'm running out of ideas, I might go through that list or try to solicit some other ideas right now, but I don't want to go through that whole list. In terms of other future games, not Minecraft. I don't enjoy Minecraft generally now, and you may have noticed recently I've rebranded my channel and some other social media to remove some Minecraft references. And I don't want to say any more here, lest I get on a rant. But after Nova Arcana is done, don't expect more of that. That is the list that I put together. Do you guys have any other ideas of games that I might like? If so, you can let me know in the comments. Yeah, I'm open to other ideas, but I'm happy that I have a solid list in the pipeline that will probably get me through the next few months in any case. Yeah, but basically, New Year is an opportunity to kind of stand back and think about what I'm doing now and what I might be doing in the future and solicit some feedback. And so this was the list that I put together. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more of these things. For now, bye bye. And now you can continue watching some bonus Spelunky content without commentary.